Jesse.
Hello, my name is Wanguya, truly Jesse, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I have a lot to show you guys. I have my Zfold-3 carbon mate crystals, my iPhone 13ProMax carbon mate crystals, my HP Spectral carbon mate crystals, my Cartier watch carbon mate crystals, the wall carbon mate crystals, and of course, WANGUYA'S, not carbon mate crystals, but still black. So yeah, it counts. Like I'm black. Anyways, enough of that. So like I was saying earlier, I want to talk about my electronics and put the mic back. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, I want you to picture this. Picture having both phones and not knowing the specs. As in, you just have the phones and it's up to you to judge which one is better than the other in terms of some aspects. Now, when it comes to today's review, I want you to understand one thing. I have not planned for anything. So everything is based on my experience with the phone and other people's experience and opinions with my phones. And even though I have not planned for anything, I did ask people online what they'd like me to touch on. So allow me to look at them and then I give my judgment. Like I said, nothing too professional, nothing in accordance to specs. It's all about just the normal, common, mwananchi, as we say, like a common citizen's view on both phones. Okay, let's get started. So allow me to take my Samsung. Some things you guys wanted to know about this phone is in terms of moment. Yes, what do you want to know about? Oh, we have the apps, sound, games, camera, security, presence, charging, durability, accessory, brightness, appearance, accessibility, and voice assistant. Okay, let's just get straight to it. Applications. In terms of applications, most people ask me which one has better apps, better features. Honestly, I have to give it to Samsung. Okay, Apple users, I know now you're typing away like, no, but listen to me. I've used both phones, and let me be honest, Apple also has very good apps. But you see, it's very limited. Samsung has so many apps, so many mods. As in, if you look at WhatsApp and YouTube, especially for the Samsung Zfold-3, they are better compared to the iPhone 13 Pro Max. The YouTube itself, if I was to show you right now, let me go to my YouTube channel. By the way, guys, subscribe, like, share, and comment, and share and subscribe and like my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel, Wanguya Jesse. So I just uploaded a new video. It's a trailer to my horror called Buddha. It will premiere anytime next month. So let me click on my trailer. You see, my trailer on the normal screen of the Samsung Zfold-3 just looks basic like any other phone, but check this out. If I was to open the flip, there's an icon that will pop out of one of these corners. This one, yes. So when I click on that, you see what it does. It gives me the display of my YouTube video. Sorry about that. Pause, please. Mi Uncle Dios. Uncle. Okay, as I was saying, you see, I can watch my video and still. Okay, it's very loud. Let me just pause that. What I'm saying is I can watch the video and still type away a comment or look at some comments I got from people as I watch the video. It's like a laptop in a way. So yes, I really love this feature. I don't know how they call it, but I call it the laptop mode. Anyways, I really like this. It makes the experience much better and a bit newer compared to what I get with the iPhone. And for the price this one goes for, I think this was a really nice spec they added and makes the YouTube that is found on the Samsung Z Fold 3 a bit special compared to other phones. So yes, when it comes to features, Samsung wins. What else did you guys want to know? Let me just close this. About the sound. I am telling you, Samsung wins this. Let me show you. Hey, big screen. Go to voice record. Record. Wanguya, Muturi, Jesse. Stop. All right, iPhone. I don't even know how they call the application. Hey Siri, record sound. Wanguya, Muturi, Jesse. I even shouted a little bit more for the iPhone. Now, this is how they sound like. Let me put full volume. You see it's on full volume. This is also on full volume. Okay, let's play it. Let's start with the iPhone. Wanguya, Muturi, Jesse. I even shouted. You see, it's loud, yeah? Yes, it's loud, but wait till you hear this. Wanguya, Muturi, Jesse. Now, some of you will say, no, I shouted a bit louder using the Samsung. Let me go to a normal YouTube video, like any of my YouTube videos, and just click on one, just to emphasize on how loud this thing is. Same as for my iPhone. Let me go to my YouTube channel, because my videos are non-copyrighted. I don't want to copyright anything I put on this vlog about my reviews, my phone reviews. So, this is the iPhone testing. It's on full volume. Okay, enough of that. Yes, it's loud, I know that, but listen to this. This one is way louder. I don't know, maybe you guys can give me your own opinion down in the comments. Which one do you think is louder? But in my own opinion, after using it for almost a year, I love this. This is louder. Games. Well, of course, this one takes the win. Let me tell you something, guys. The moment you open this phone like this, and you see your display on one side and your gaming controls on the on this side, what else do you expect? And of course, the display is a bit bigger. The display is a bit bigger, so we all know who the winner is. When it comes to games, this takes the win. Security. Well, you all know the winner to this. Security, when it comes to privacy, the iPhone wins. It doesn't mean that the Samsung Z Fold 3 is a joke. I mean, you cannot access this phone without my details. Even when I was buying the phone, they had to go through a lot of procedure just to get this phone working and to be officially mine. I had to give out so many details for it to be accessed as WANGUYA'S phone. This one went through a lot of process. This one not as much. But when it comes to security, I have to give it to this. This one, you can still access it. But security, privacy, this one. get me straight. This one wins. But when it comes to which one has better security features like facial recognition, fingerprint, blah blah blah, Samsung wins. Ask me why.
Why?
You see this one, you can only access it through facial detection, of which both of them react the same. I have seen no difference. Or you put the passcode. This one has patterns, facial recognition, and a fingerprint. I mean, it gives you all the options you need. Fingerprints, pattern, this is the fingerprint. So yes, still has better security features. I mean, features, this one wins. Alright, let's go to the next thing. Remember, I'm discussing about how my experience has been with both of the phones after 1 year of using them. Presence. Presence is a bit tricky. You see, at first glance, everyone always falls for the iPhone. Until they start asking me, what the hell is this? How come it looks like it has two phones? How come it looks like this? What do you mean it can fold? What do you mean? So, first reaction, the iPhone takes the win. Everlasting reactions until you part ways with those people, with your friends, with your family, this one wins, because this one is a new taste, a new feeling, a new design. It's something people never thought could have been possible. But there's something else I want to tell you about these designs. You see, honestly, the back of the iPhone looks amazing. The front, not so much. The back of the Samsung looks like another Samsung S whatever. I don't know how you call them, S22s or something. The front, I think the front looks better than the iPhones. I mean, the iPhone is just, I just like the front of this phone and the side. But still, the iPhone takes the win because the back is, you know, the presence, the logo and everything. It's amazing. Charging.
Even with the Wi-Fi on, the Bluetooth on, and the high brightness level, this phone is at 100%, and it's exactly, it has been exactly 5 hours since I last charged it.
100% for around 4 hours. Like, honestly speaking, like if you look at the phone, 100%. But bear in mind, I don't use it as much as I use this. So, but still, 100% for 4 hours. I mean, the battery, they really worked on the battery. This one never drains. This one, seeing it go to low battery, you must have used it for a long time. Same as for this one. I mean, this one has a bigger battery capacity compared to this, but I have to give it to iPhone for how much they have upgraded their battery. Samsung has always had a better battery than an iPhone. So obviously when it comes to charging and battery, this one wins. But iPhone, you did a really good job and I really appreciate you for that. Now, when it comes to other things like features, charging features and everything, this one also takes the win, the Samsung Zfold-3. Why? You can use the Samsung Zfold-3 to charge another phone. What do I mean? Check this out. I go to wireless charging. Wireless. Let me search it. It's been long. It's been a minute. Wireless power sharing. Yes. So let me just show you what it does. So you can see what it tells you. Using the wireless power sharing, you can charge another phone. You see what it does? I'm actually looking at the screen. You can charge a watch, you can charge its buds. As in, Samsung always goes an extra mile to improve on their features. I mean, imagine charging your buds using this phone, and I'm going to show you right now. When it charges, it will glow red. When it charges, obviously it will show charging on the screen. Let me do it right now. So I'll switch it on. Just going to place it like that. Wireless power sharing on. It's on. I mean, guys, I'm charging this phone wirelessly using another phone. This is so crazy. This is just crazy. I'm telling you, this is just anyways, enough of that. Samsung, okay. You see, it said I was charging. Check this out. It's hard to believe, but you just have to check this out. Check this out. Is it charging? I don't know if it's charging. It's charging. You've had the poodle. So when it comes to charging, the Samsung Z Fold 3 wins. The Samsung Z Fold 3 came with a 40 watts. I hope I've said it correctly.
Nope.
So yes, it charges from 0 to 100 in some few minutes. Also, this one came with a very fast charger, but you can compare with this. This one came with a wireless, this one also came with a wireless, but I prefer the wireless of the iPhone because you can actually stick it on the iPhone, so it doesn't have to move. This one you have to make sure it's placed or else it doesn't work. So the wireless charger of the iPhone wins. Durability. Sorry, Samsung. The Samsung Z Fold 3 is not as durable as this phone. This is like a walking tank. I mean, it's hard and it's thick. As in this phone, even the screen protector, you see, everything about this phone is rigid. It doesn't break and it does not require a second phone. This one requires a second phone. You cannot use this thing. You need another phone. Trust you me. If you break anything on this phone, it's more expensive than buying a second-hand iPhone 13 Pro Max. I'm talking about the screen. So this one is more fragile. That's why I have the covers and everything. I'll show you the covers later when we get to accessories. Brightness. Let me first show you before I give you my judgment. So, guys, honestly speaking, this one is brighter compared to this. Another reason as why I'm telling you this is normally when I wake up in the morning and I try to look at my iPhone, it doesn't really burn my eyes compared to my Samsung Z Fold 3. These guys push everything to the limit, as in it's super bright. Like, it's really bright. Look at the display on the inside. I don't like opening the inside because well, I just can't. That's the display on the inside. And don't worry about this gap. It's my screen protector giving me headaches. I'm going to go replace it tomorrow. But this is the display on the inside. I mean, it's still inside. This phone, when it comes to brightness, no joke. Accessibility. What I mean by accessibility is which one do you have access to a lot of things compared to the other. Of course, this one you have a lot of access to a lot of things compared to the iPhone. The iPhone limits you on everything from music to whatever. Its WhatsApp is so boring. Sheesh. I don't even use WhatsApp on my iPhone 13 Pro Max. I use the WhatsApp on my Samsung Zfold-3. M-Pesa. M-Pesa, to those who are not Kenyans, is our money transaction, data money transaction. I hope I've used the right English. It's like PayPal, but for Kenyans. So when it comes to M-Pesa, going to M-Pesa on an iPhone is stressful. Sometimes it takes a long time to process the M-Pesa for an iPhone if you do not have the M-Pesa app. For the Samsung, everything is just super fast. I guess it's also because the RAM of the Samsung Z Fold 3 is bigger than the iPhone. I don't know. But the iPhone never hangs. I'm not saying it's hanging, no. I'm just saying the Samsung is way faster. So you guys need to work on the M-Pesa. You need to. I know it's for Kenyans, but you need to. What else about accessibility did you guys ask? Using applications. Like I said, it's better to use applications on a Samsung Z Fold 3 rather than an iPhone 13 Pro Max. And I also noticed when you play bigger games on an iPhone 13 Pro Max, it heats up. Yes, it does. Not that much. It's just a bit warm. Not hot like some people's phones. I've used my friends' phones and I'm telling you, those are walking grenades. Anyways, restrictions. This one has more restrictions. I mean, it's an iPhone. Who does not know that? Camera. So, guys, I know you're not going to believe me, but the camera of the Samsung Z Fold 3 is way better than the iPhone 13 Pro Max. What the iPhone 13 Pro Max does, if I'm talking from a rookie's experience, not a professional, so please comment down below and give me your experience with the iPhone and give me correct facts if I'm wrong, is that they make their photos a bit warm. This one gives you a photo in accordance to how it looks like. Like the way you see is what Samsung gives you, but it gives you at a better quality than how you see it. Does that make sense? I think it does. What I'm saying is it's like your eyes, but it amplifies it to make it even clearer. It's like wearing glasses, because I've worn someone's glasses and I've seen clearer. Do I need glasses? No, I do not. But I'm just saying. For you to see the difference, I'm going to post some of the photos taken by an iPhone and a Samsung right now.
Because you call me. Wonder if I see it in your eyes. You just wanna hear me cause you're lonely. Sugar wanna be there by your side. For better things, you know that this was better. Wanna take it back, you know I still remember. I know that you hate when I catch you in a lie. Even more when you know I'm right. You didn't think that I'd be so good, but you didn't think that I'd be having doing so good, but you didn't think that I'd be having doing so good. Don't give up the best thing you ever had. I'll be doing so good.
So you've seen the difference. Now let's look at videos posted by an iPhone and a Samsung. Not every iPhone and not every Samsung. The Samsung Z Fold 3 and the iPhone 13ProMax right now.
You're the best for your instant. I'm just on a wave here, no distractions. We should both just keep living our lives. For better things, you know that this was better. Wanna take it back, you know I still remember. Say you had your chance, blew it 100 times. I was done in 99. You didn't think that I'd be so good, but you didn't think that I'd be having doing so good, but you didn't think that I'd be having doing so good. Don't give up the best thing you ever had. I'll be doing so good.
So you have seen the difference. Now give me your judgment. Which one do you think is better? And bear in mind, the Samsung Z Fold 3's 4K and the iPhone 13 Pro Max 4K are a bit different. This one is so large and so high quality, you cannot post it on TikTok. You don't believe me? Let's do it right now. Let's go on TikTok. TikTok, sponsor Wanguya. But I'm on TikTok at Wanguya. And you can edit your photos better on a Samsung Z Fold 3 compared to an iPhone 13 Pro Max. Actually, you can do a lot of things on a Samsung Z Fold 3 compared to an iPhone 13 Pro Max. But I don't have the time to explain everything. I'm just going to the basics. Okay, so let's go to Wanguya videos. I call them Wanguya video because it's Swahili. I'm Swahili. So, I don't know. Let me go to which video.
Waiting on somebody to come through and fuck with me. Put in work, make it up for me. No other bitches, they got none of me. Take your time, no need to rush with me. How could you resist what I got to?
Let's share it. Blah blah blah. Where's TikTok?
How could you resist what I got to give?
So it's saying videos over 1080p are currently not supported. But when I record using my 4K iPhone 13 Pro Max and I share, it actually shares the flashlights. Which one is better? Well, judge for yourself. And we start with the iPhone. It's on full brightness, but let me show you. How do you switch on full touch brightness? Oh, it's not. So I'm going to increase, you see? I'm going to increase. That's the highest it goes. And this now, look at the difference. Which one do you think is brighter? Of course, it's the Samsung Z Fold 3. This thing is too bright. It even burns me. Hey, these guys go an extra mile. Now, which one has better accessories? What I mean by accessories is the things that come with actually the phone. When I got the phones, the Samsung Z Fold 3 came with 3 phones. Sorry, it came with 3 boxes. there's one big box, giant box, and two small ones at the side. One had the phone, the big one had the wireless charger and the flip cover. The other one had the pen. I think so. Let me show you the pictures. Anyways, for the iPhone 13 Pro Max, it came with only two boxes. Of course, the iPhone box and a box with the wireless charger, the watch, the AirPods Pro, what else? The wireless charger, I've talked about it, the cable charger. I'm guessing you're asking yourself, how come I got the chargers and people are not getting it? Well, when you buy on order, you get the opportunity of actually ordering everything. So that's why. So this one came with just that. So it wasn't really that exciting. The Samsung Zfold-3, I shook hands. I got to see the agents. I got to see so many people because of my Samsung. It was a really nice experience. They gave me a nice box, a nice bag with the Z Fold Flip photo on the bag. So yeah, it was a better experience. Actually, I know you guys never asked me about it, but I'm going to talk about also purchasing, but not now. Let's go to the accessories again. So when it comes to the watches, the iPhone wins when it comes to presence and beauty. I mean, this thing is beautiful. I mean, just look at it. The Samsung looks like a normal watch, but it has better features. So yes, when it comes to features, the Samsung Zfold-3 watch is better compared to the iPhone 13 Pro Max. When it comes to the buds, like I said, I don't have my iPhone's buds written down. So I'm going to show you my Galaxy buds. Before this, I had the Galaxy Buds Live. I had the Galaxy Buds. I don't know what they're called, 3 or something. I can't remember. And they were all amazing, but the 3 looked basic. It was black. Actually, some people told me that they thought I'm ignoring them because they're black, so they can't see that I'm listening to music at night. They think I'm ignoring them. So I really never liked them that much, but they were one of the best qualities. This one is way louder, way better. Noise cancellation. It's not that bad. It's actually very nice. It's just that the iPhone AirPods Pro have better noise cancellation. Yeah, but overall loudness, better features. With this, it's all touch and everything. Yes, even with the AirPods Pro, I'm not refusing, but look at how beautiful this is. Look at it. This is, I mean, imagine I'm proposing to my subscribers. I'm telling them, dear subscribers, do you take Wanguya as your lovely wedded content creator? Do you promise to subscribe, like, comment, and share this wonderful vlog? Please say yes, and you say yes, because I mean, look at it. Let me show you something. Let me show you pictures. Look at that beauty. Yes, I know, amazing, isn't it? It has that good appearance. I really love it. And they have so many features that I don't even know how to control them. So I need a manual for this. Wireless charging, of course, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, these ones retain more charge compared to the AirPods. Pro. I'm having issues with those AirPods Pro. They do retain charge, but not like these ones. The Samsung earphones are way better. They use AKG, so they're way better. The problem with the iPhone earphones is that they're like flat, so they're not really for bass and stuff. They just, I don't know. When you put the screen protector on the Samsung Zfold-3 and the screen protector on the iPhone 13ProMax, and then you put the flip cover, I use flip covers only because I know if I break the screen, it's like a whole student's school fees. It's very expensive. When you put the flip covers, this one, the Samsung Zfold-3 tends to have a problem with the flip covers because they tend to let in air bubbles. Do you call them like that? You see like at the corner, I don't know if you can see it. If you can't see it, there's an air bubble right there and another one right there. Especially if I put the cover, they increase in size and there's no way to reduce them. And like I said, you can see the inside. Let me close it for you to see. You can see the inside at the middle. Imagine that's a screen protector acting strange. So I'm having issues with the screen protector, but again, these are new brands, new phones, so they'll come up with a better screen protector in due time. I hope so. But when it comes to screen protectors, the iPhone wins. And another reason as to why the iPhone wins when it comes to protectors, not just screen protectors, is because they have a camera protector. Do you know how expensive these lenses are? I mean, what's wrong with Samsung, man? Samsung, we need a glass protector for our camera. How well does it work with other brand accessories? That's a good question. I mean, not everyone wants I don't know why you'd never want this, but not everyone wants Samsung buds or iPhone buds. No. Some people want Beats by Dre, Oppo, whatever. So which one works better with them? Limiting too much security. So of course, the Samsung wins. Any other accessories, if it's an Oppo earphone, as long as it's a Type-C. Oh guys, I forgot to tell you something. We are upgrading to Type-C. So the earphones that can actually work with these phones are Type-Cs only. Which one do I use most?
Ooh, you say at least it was worth a try.
I used to be an iPhone fan. Used to. Still I am. Yes, I still am an iPhone fan. But not recently, for some time, ever since I bought my first big phone, the Note 10 Plus from Dubai. I bought it when I was in Dubai, that is. I just fell in love with Samsungs. And if you have an opportunity to buy a Samsung Note 10 Plus, please do. I have friends up to date who still remind me of the Samsung Note 10 Plus. It was an amazing phone, I really loved it. So yes, I've been in love with Samsungs. I just use iPhone 13 Pro Max, okay, Apple products for clout. Just like, yeah, you can see me, yes. So you go that way. You also go down there and subscribe to my channel because I have an iPhone, and comment and like and share. Yeah, I just use it for clout, for showing off. But this, I use it for so many things. That's why I love all phones, but this is way better. And another thing, you also asked me about voice assistant. You see, like I told you guys, there's no formula. I'm just going at it. You see, the one which responds nicely is Siri. Watch this. Hey Siri. It sounds so human-like. I love it. How are you?
Not too shabby. Thanks for asking.
For the Samsung voice assistant, it sounds robotic. Hey Bixby. It just does. How are you?
I'm not sure I got what you meant.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not sure I got what you meant. It sounds like an old grand. They need to work on their Bixby. It sounds too robotic. Which among these voice assistants can hear me from afar? It's the biscuit. It's the Bixby. It's the Bixby. The Bixby can hear me from a range. Savory not that much, but she's also good. Guys, I think I've given you everything I have to say about these phones. Apart from which one I use most, of course, is the Samsung Z Fold-3. I think there's nothing I've left out. I've only left out the professional specs because we are looking at the differences between both phones without looking deeply into specs. And honestly, the Samsung Z Fold-3 takes the win. Samsung! Woo! Let me show you the covers. Let's start with the iPhone covers, because iPhones, you need to work on your flip covers. This is the iPhone flip cover. Doesn't look that bad, but I mean, for the price of this phone, they would have done better. Pure leather, so it's not that bad. I honestly don't like it. Now, the Samsung Galaxy Zfold-3. This is the cover. It comes with a pen. The pen is in the other cover. The way better cover. So it's not that bad. Also, it reacts when you close, when you open. It has a sensor. For the iPhone, it does not have a sensor. iPhone, you're disappointing us. What I mean by a sensor is when you close, it's supposed to shut down. It doesn't have that sensor. So this one is better until I got green leather. I'm telling you guys, this thing, and it's so spongy. I look like a big baby. And it comes. The phone came with a pen. Yeah, it came with so many things. I can't talk about them. I don't know if they're here or somewhere. They're somewhere, but yeah. All in all, that is everything about my phones. About my HP, it's called a HP Spectrum. I did an unboxing. I'm going to upload it, but I never talked about it for so long. I just put the features on the screen for you to take a look at them. I'm not really a big fan of unboxing laptops, but I'm going to post it for those interested in my next video. So guys, thank you so much for staying with me all this throughout the whole video. I really appreciate you guys. I really love you. Please like, share and subscribe. Look at this setup. We worked hard on it. We even have the black carbonate crystals wall. Wanguya, baby. Wanguya. Till next time, stay true, stay blessed, and come for my movie. It's going to be on cinema, Greenspan Mall, or any other mall, whichever mall, all malls, hopefully. I'm going to be posting so many videos, and I'm going to be premiering so many movies in the cinema. And after some time, I'm going to be posting them on my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, liking, Biscuit, Tumblr, Snapchat accounts at Wanguya. Muturi Jesse. Wanguya, baby. Wanguya.